Good morning Year 2 and happy Friday. The final English lesson of the week, and I must say for your first week back you have been remarkable, so well done. The title of today's English lesson is Conjunctions, and we're going to be focusing on the conjunction and. And I know we have focused on the conjunction and a lot before, however there are still some misconceptions in your writing that I would like to clear up. So I have got a couple of examples for you that I'm going to share, and then I would like you to pause the video and have a go at writing your own examples. So my first example is, I stayed at home and I painted a rainbow. Now, when we use the conjunction and correctly, the two sentences have to make sense on their own. So I stayed at home. That makes sense on its own. I could take out the and put a full stop, but I wanted to add extra information to my sentence and extend my sentence a little bit more to make it interesting. So it makes sense on its own, but I wanted to use the conjunction and. I painted a rainbow. That also makes sense on its own, but again, I wanted to join it to my original sentence by using that conjunction and. So it's really important that when you use that conjunction, that both sentences, the first one and the second one, make sense on their own. And the easiest way to check that is by covering up your and pretending that there's a full stop there. Okay? So my second sentence for you. The sun was shining and the ice cream van drove past my house. So I've used the conjunction and, but I want to double check that both of my sentences make sense on their own. So I'm going to cover up that conjunction. The sun was shining. That makes sense on its own. I could put a full stop if I wanted to, if I didn't want to extend my sentence even more. The ice cream van drove past my house. That also makes sense on its own, but I wanted to use that conjunction and to help add extra information to my sentence. So before you have a go at writing some examples down, I wanted to show you something that isn't quite right. So I've put, I like toast and pancakes. Now, I have used the word and, however, I like toast makes sense on its own, but pancakes doesn't make sense on its own. So this is incorrectly using that conjunction and. I've used and here in more of a list, and that's not what I'm looking for today. I'm looking for you using and where both sentences make sense, where you have added and instead of a full stop to make your sentence longer and more interesting. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to have a practice of that with your adult at home. And then today's task is another doodle task. I heard some really positive feedback about doodle, so hopefully you'll enjoy completing that task today. So you need to log into Doodle, and I have assigned you a conjunctions and activity. So I want you to complete that, then log into your Google Classroom, and there will be another activity that I have made for you just for extra practice, just to make sure that you really understand it and you are an expert. So it's a really quick video from me today, but hopefully it was enough so that you understand what you've got to do now and how you correctly use the conjunction and. So good luck, can't wait to see your photos.